welcome to our daily TikTok and YouTube live. My name is Circe. I am from the Philippines, but I'm currently living in the UAE. I am a Christian, I'm a follower of Jesus, but everyone is welcome here. We are discussing 30 different good character traits. So we call it 30-day character development journey. Let's grow together. Let's strengthen and deepen our faith in God. Let's be the person God created us to be. And ultimately, let's come to know our deepest purpose in life. Okay, our purpose in life. Because some of us are still wondering, what is the reason of my existence? Why I am here? Why I was born? Why God is allowing me to do this, to do that, to suffer, to have a good life? All. So let's come to know and let's grow together. Thank you so much, Dark. First step is to have the courage, Gerald, you are right. So first and foremost, we need to identify, we need to discuss what is accountability first. On our day 18, today, we will be discussing accountability and why we are going to discuss accountability before responsibility. Okay, day 18. Imagine until today we are already, going to practice. We're already going to practice 18 different good character traits. Why I am emphasizing all the time good character traits? Because there are other character traits that are bad, the opposites of what we are discussing. Let's say, for example, humility. There is pride, there is ego, kindness, there is rudeness, right? Accountability, an accountable person. So the bad characters are exactly the opposite. And it is written in James 4, verse 17, if you know the good things and you are not doing it, you are committing sin. So that is why I am reminding you guys that you and me, we were born good. Because, because, because God is good. Okay, so what is accountability? Someone commented, Gerald commented, first step, have the courage to. Okay, because you are seeing a shoot, you are shot, bro. Okay, I'm a girl. Oh, that's nice. I'm not getting a shot. Okay, but I'm wondering, who are you, Dark? Who who is Dark behind the username Dark? I'm wondering. Really, sorry, I have such allergy lately. I'm not sorry, guys, if I keep rubbing my nose. I don't have colds, but I am having allergy lately. I don't know if it is because of the weather, or I don't know. Hopefully, my friends are also watching. I'm just hoping every time I'm doing this live and discussing this good different this different good character traits, I'm also hoping that my friends, real friends who know me, okay, are also listening to me, are also watching, but I'm not, you know, certain if they too are watching the live or not. Most of 100% of my audience sometimes are strangers that turn to friends like Gerald. Gerald is already my constant viewer. No one also is here. See, no one also is sometimes a friend and sometimes I don't know. But he's a good friend. Okay? So I am happy to see familiar names here every now and then. No matter what the timings of the live stream, sometimes I'm doing in the morning, sometimes I'm doing in the midday, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening. So I'm just loving your presence, guys. Okay, for those who are watching on YouTube, Chill Dude VRC, hello. Hamdi Ahmed, thank you so much. Okay, please comment also your location so I can mention you. Your location, maybe your nationality, your real name. If you are having Arabic name, please mention also your English name so I can mention you. Okay, let's say for example, Dark here. You know, I'm thankful Dark is also joining us. Uh huh. Sometimes a friend, sometimes a boyfriend. Unfortunately, I don't have boyfriend. So yeah. So today we will be discussing accountability. No one, Mike, Gerald, Croft. I'm not sure if Croft is available today, but hopefully he would be able to join us later. Okay. Sometimes also I'm wondering how life will be or should be if you have a partner. Because today accountability, I've realized that we also need accountability partner. I've learned that sometimes we don't have partner, as a husband, as a boyfriend, or as a friend, but we need to have accountability partner. Okay, I just remember because our topic for today is accountability. The courage to own up. So meaning to say, if it is accountability partner, meaning to say someone who would be there for you, supporting you no matter what. That is your accountability partner. That could be the same. That could be the same as your prayer partner because we have prayer partners. We have prayer partners, right? So that could be the same person. Prayer partners, your accountability partners. It could be the same person as your best friend, but sometimes your prayer partner, your accountability partner, your best friend, your friends, they are all totally different from each other. Vincent, Jamal, thanks for joining. Okay, so today our topic is accountability. What is accountability? Yes, when we are discussing good topic, viewers are becoming less. But when I'm singing, even if I'm not a singer, viewers are getting high. Zaina Nails, hello. Hi, Miss Jen. Nikemi, hello. Good morning. Good evening, good morning. If you are in the Philippines, it's already good morning. If you are on the other side of the world, good noon, good afternoon, good morning. Okay, so what is accountability? Why do we need to discuss about accountability? Why it is important to practice being accountable, owning up. Before taking responsibility, you should think first, am I able to be, you know, accountable with the outcome? Guys, if you have questions, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment your question, okay? Durga Guru. Yes, share this live, guys. Share this live to your friends. Accountability. Okay. To you one, I wanna show you up. No, I'm LSS also with show you up. Accountability. So what is accountability? Accountability. The courage to own up. Truth set you free. But if we are thinking about truth set you free, it's kind of like about living in integrity. Okay, accountability is taking ownership of your actions, of your choices, and the outcomes of your decisions. That's accountability. I'm scared of girls. How can I fix that? Maybe you like boys. Just kidding. Having the courage to admit your wrongs. Yes. Kiroi san, hello. Thanks for watching from YouTube. Basically, accountability is taking ownership of your actions, of your decisions, of the results, of the outcomes of your decisions. Right? So that is accountability. Very simple. But why we need to practice? Why we need to have that character of being accountable? Because there are so many, admit it or not, in the organization where you are working, in the organization where you are working. There are managers, there are colleagues, there are leaders that are not capable of practicing accountability. In the Philippines right now, um, we are a democratic country, but it is a big issue. It's a big topic now when it comes to leaders who are not accountable, who are not taking accountability. So that's why we demand, as Filipino citizens, we demand accountability from those leaders. Show up, own up, right? Own the mistake if you committed mistake. If you have committed corruption, if you have committed sin, if you have committed, bad decision, then own up, own it. Take accountability. It is easy to blame circumstances. Instead of being accountable, instead of owning it up, the tendency is we tend to point to someone. It is because of you, it is because of you, it is because of that person, it is because of the circumstances. So we tend to have blame game. It's sometimes like we tend to have blame game, you know. If we committed a sin, if we committed a mistake, and then we are not accountable, okay, it is different from being responsible. We are not accountable. We are not practicing accountability. It's easier for us to have to point to others. No, 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 it's not me. It's not me. It's Cersei. No, 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 it's not me. It's Gerald. But we are the one who actually created the mistake. We are the one who actually made the bad decision. We are actually made the sinful act. But the tendency is we blame. Oh, let's say for example, men. Okay, men. Someone asked, I'm scared of girls. How can I fix that? Okay, having the courage to admit your wrongs. You are you are also afraid of girls, Gerald? If owning up may lead to your death, should you own up or snitch? Why? Why not? It's your. Have you watched Mercy? No, Mercy for None. Or like I just completed this. I just completed this. Uh, One Korean series, Mercy to None or Mercy for None. It's a Korean series. It's about revenge. But if sometimes we don't put, our judge, we don't put judgment to our hands, like, we are placing someone or something on our hands to be judged. Okay. So I'm not also into this penalty. I cannot mention DEATH because it's not allowed. There's so much words here on TikTok, even on YouTube, that are not allowed. So I'm just doing this and penalty. I'm not pro penalty because we should not put judgment on our hand. Let God be God. Let God be the judge. Okay? So hopefully owning up something would not lead you to okay. I don't think owning up something, it will make you even stronger. It will make you even a person, a man. Be a man. And hopefully it will not end to okay. Nope, I don't watch movies. Okay. Sometimes when I'm bored, and sometimes if anxiety sometimes crippled crept in, then my way of diverting my thoughts, diverting my emotion, is to watching movies or series. Okay, but that is not, I don't know, it's a good series, but I don't recommend much because it's more of revenge. It's more of revenge. Oh, you play video games. For me, I don't play video games. The thing is, when I start playing games, maybe it could lead to addiction. So I don't want. I was not accepted into university. Oh, Anne, hi. Hi, Anne. So what are you doing now? Keep trying. Maybe to other universities. Maybe to one of the other university. What to that university you might not be accepted, but you will be accepted. It's a redirection. There is a reason. Keep trying, and hopefully you'll find the right university for you. Okay, we'll be praying. Let's continue to pray for our younger brothers and sisters who are, trying to pass entrance examination to universities. Let's continue to pray for them because they need our intercession. Like, let's intercede for them. Okay, that's how we could help our younger brothers and sisters here. Okay, so accountability is taking ownership. Okay, ownership of your actions, of your choices, of your decisions, the outcomes of your decisions. So that is accountability. Okay, that is accountability. Six nerves. The topic is about accountability. Are you accountable? Are you an accountable person? Sometimes when I heard this one time, especially Gary, I forgot the name. It's difficult to mention. When he is hiring someone, he is not looking at the CV. He is not looking at the CV. He is looking at the character. He will ask, "Are you empathic? Are you like compassion? Are you compassionate enough? Are you practicing empathy, compassion? Are you accountable?" So these are the things that he is asking, not exactly or directly to the skills of the person. And now I'm realizing, you know, now I'm realizing that's the best thing. So today is accountability, six nerves. Zero, thank you, thank you. Okay? It's easy to blame, again, it's easy to blame other people, the circumstances, the situation. Justify. Sometimes we justify our mistakes. We justify why things are not working. We justify instead of being accountable that, oh, I'm making the bad decision. Okay? We point fingers. But real growth, as I've said earlier, real growth begins when we have the courage to say, I made a mistake. I was wrong. I could have done better. Okay? I take full responsibility. The real growth happens or begins when we have the courage to say, I made a mistake. I was wrong. I can do better. I take full responsibility. Are you that kind of person? It isn't it easily said than done? So actions are what should be silently monitored. That's why we are here discussing these good character traits. I I I I I, I get you, six nerves, because there are also others. When I'm doing this previously, there are also others who are telling me, Cersei, it's impossible. Let's say for example, when we discuss about kindness, respect, compassion, empathy, other people might consider it as unrealistic, very impossible, especially in this present time where we are already surrounded by negativity, full of, you know, rudeness around us. So it's very impossible for us to live a life so calm, so kind, so gentle, because we are being tested, we are being triggered all the time. It's easy to say than done. It's easy to say than to actually do it. That is true. And that's the real challenge. That's the real challenge. Okay, Keroy-san, that's the real challenge. Owning up. Let's say, for example, accountability. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to blame others. It's easy to to justify our mistakes. It's easy to blame the circumstances, the situation, instead of owning up, instead of saying I made a mistake. That's why yesterday we discussed about um, accepting, choose discipline. Sometimes we choose to do the easy part, the comfortable part, instead of sacrificing, instead of doing the hard part, instead of preserving things. Okay, I watch one reels. Sometimes we are controlling ourselves to be the person we are, like to be the best version of ourselves, because we keep continuing to do the things that are comfortable. Yeah, we keep doing the things that are comfortable. Let's say, for example, it's easy, comfortable to sleep all day instead of hustling. I'm telling from based from my own experience. I am working from home. If I sleep whole day, I gain nothing. But it's comfortable. It's easy. Then when I don't have income, I should own up. I should be accountable for it. I should not blame, oh, the internet was poor. Oh, I don't have money to call our clients. I don't have time to go out. It's too hot outside. Here in the UAE, it's too hot outside. It'll burn you. You may have so many excuses. And then blame it to the circumstances. Why you don't have income sources? Because I don't want to go out. It's too hot outside. So I'm blaming it to the weather outside. Why are you not earning sources? Because I'm sleeping all day. I'm tired. Instead of saying I made a mistake, I became lazy. I became complacent. I became so comfortable inside with the easy, right? So that's exactly accountable person is. Okay? Admit that you made a mistake, that you are making a mistake, and have the courage to do something about it. Do something about it. Take full responsibility. I love your dad. May I text you privately later, Six Nerves? Yes, sure. For those who cannot share their comment, you can go to uh, my DM. You can go. You can DM me. That's not an issue. If I'm free, I'm immediately replying to you guys. Luca, welcome back, Luca. So today's challenge, we will be practicing. Okay, today's challenge, we have to think of something that we did. Okay, we think that, oh, I did a mistake, I made a bad decision, I did the wrong thing. Own one mistake, your weakness. I'm weak at this. Okay, or any area for improvement. That's why I told you, no, you need, seriously, you need income. What do you need to do? You need to submit proposals, to prospect clients, to prospect partners. Okay, and take one step toward growth. We need, yesterday when we talk about discipline, we want to have a sexy body, let's say, for example, or a healthy life, okay, healthy living. But we keep eating sweets, we keep eating more rice. You know, we Filipinos, we love rice. We keep eating, those with high calories, high, uh, rice, carbo. We are not eating healthy foods. We drink soft drinks, sodas, coffee. You know, we need to sacrifice those things if we really want to have a healthy living, okay? A healthy life. Okay? For those who wanted to have to improve their English speaking skills, you know, I'm not a teacher. Sometimes I notice myself I'm also committing so much mistakes when I am delivering my speech, when I'm delivering this live streaming. Okay, I need to own up, I need to grow from it. Okay? If you want to improve your English speaking skills, then you have to sacrifice your gaming time, your watching reels time, your social media time, your sleeping time, to at least devote 1 to 2 hours reading daily, right? Be responsible, but we will discuss responsibility later, later, after accountability. Okay, so today's challenge, for those who are here, today's challenge, think of something, okay? Maybe you have created a mistake, you have made a bad decision, you have committed a sin, then own up. Have the courage to own up. Own that mistake, okay? That area of that weakness part of your life. I'm weak at reading, I'm weak at writing, I'm weak at English speaking. I would no note it down, and then take some point for area to improve yourself, and then take one step toward growth. Okay, take one step toward growth. Smiling Dumplings PT5RH. Hello, thank you for joining the live on YouTube. Guys, if you are watching me from YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Okay, feel free to subscribe and like the videos. You know, these are so random videos, guys. Been a while, Luca. Yes, been a while. How are you doing? Okay, how are you doing? So that's basically what is accountability. That is basically accountability is. Okay, let's let's be more watchful, be mindful of our actions. Okay, let's be more mindful of our actions, of the words that we are speaking, of the thoughts that we are thinking, of the emotion that we are feeling. Because at the end of the day, we need to be accountable for whatever it is. You know, but sometimes if we are angry, let's say for example, if you are not aware, we already discussed self-awareness. Again, it is connected and related to each other. We already discussed self-awareness. If you are not aware that you are angry, sometimes we speak words out of our emotion, based on our emotions, without even thinking. So the tendency is we are hurting others. And then we will realize at the end that, oh, we have made a mistake. We have said the, the bad words and hurt someone unintentionally, or maybe intentionally. Okay, and then be accountable. Say sorry. Go to that person. Be honest. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry, I have said the things that I should have not said. Oh, sorry, I have hurt your feelings. I should have done better. I should have think better. So that's why when we are not aware, we tend to do things. That's why, you know, in this topic, being accountable, let's be mindful first with all the things happening within us, our thoughts, our emotions, our words, and all the other aspects around us. Right? Agree or disagree? Guys, comment down below. Comment down below. Honey May, hello, thanks for joining. Oh, we are on 7,000. You can ask question, guys. Accountability, because it's very applicable with your partner, with your family members, with your relatives, at work, especially at work. You know, accountability is very much important. I will give you a real life example. Okay, most people want growth, but few want accountability. Most people wanted to have a position in the company, in the government, in the family. You want to take possession. I am the decision maker of this family. I am the manager of this company. I am the CEO of this company. So everyone wants a position. Everyone wants growth. Everyone wants salary increment. Everyone wants promotion. But not everyone wants accountability. They just want the idea of being promoted, being called the manager, the supervisor, the CEO of the company, the congressman of the Philippine government, the senator of the Philippine government, the leader of our organization. You know, it's good to hear that you are taking a position, that you are growing, that you are improving. But not everyone wants accountability. Very few want accountability. Right? It is very true. It is very true in the present time, even before, but it's very much obvious this time. Everyone wants position, a title, but you know, there's an equal, you know, there is this Superman said, with great power comes great responsibility. But we will be discussing responsibility later. Let's talk about accountability first. Because you have to think first if you are actually ready to take the responsibility. Okay, it's a stage by stage, you know. Before accepting a position or running for a government position or whatsoever, maybe in the organization, think about it. Am I really ready for this position? Am I really ready to be accountable? Courageous enough to be accountable? If I did good, people will praise me. But if I did bad, the wrong decision, the wrong plan, I have executed the wrong plan, the people will curse me, the people will hate me, the people will bash me. Am I ready for it? So that's why before accepting any responsibility, before running to any position, before accepting any promotion, you have to make sure for yourself also if you are ready. Are you ready to be bashed? Are you ready to be hated? Are you ready to be persecuted? That's why we are discussing first accountability before responsibility. For us to be ready, okay, for us to prepare ourselves. KPP, hello, thanks for joining. Okay, so we all love success. Okay, after gaining promotion, after obtaining a position in the organization, in the school, organization, in the government, you know, we all love position. We all love growth. We all love improving, developing. But very few want responsibility. But very few want accountability. We all love success, but the reality is, or the real character is revealed by how we respond to our failures. Because it's not all the time, you know, when you accepted a position, let's say for example from a marketing executive you become a marketing manager, it's not all the time you will have positive outcome, positive result. If you did good, people will applaud you. People will clap at you, right? But what if you did wrong? You did run the wrong advertisement. You failed at some marketing initiatives. So what are you going to do? You need to be accountable from it. You have to take the full responsibility. In today's world, many people struggle to handle the truth, especially when it challenges their beliefs. That is true. Again, someone commented on TikTok, in today's world, many people struggle to handle the truth, especially when it challenges their beliefs. You know, when it is also related to our discussion about honesty and integrity. Honesty and integrity. Telling the truth and living in the truth, even if nobody is watching. But sometimes, are we um, good enough to accept accountability when other people notice that what we did is not right? Okay. Okay, that is correct. Luca. Yeah. Again, the strongest people aren't those who never make mistakes. The strongest people aren't the strongest people aren't those who never commit mistakes. Okay. Smiling dumplings. PT5RH. Hello po. Okay. They are the ones courageous enough to own them. So that's why accountability is about owning up. The courage to own up. Mm-hmm. I like this comment from Luca actually. In today's world, many people struggle to handle the truth, especially when it challenges their beliefs. Because it's true to many. It's true to many. Um like for example, in a company where we are working, your integrity will be challenged. Your integrity will be tested when, let's say for example, your head um, is asking you to do something that is against your belief, that is against your principle, right? That is also one of the reasons, many reasons, that I quit my corporate job in 2020 during the pandemic times. You know, when something is not right, it will haunt your conscience. It will haunt your conscience. But that's only one of the reasons. So what I did, I wrote down the process. I will leave this company if I will stay in this company. So I wrote the pros and cons, and it was like a discussion for let's say 3 to 6 months. And even I've sent my resignation in September. They have allowed me only in December. So much discussions because they are still considering things, if I can do this, if I can do that, but it's against my principle. It's against my beliefs. So that's only one of the reasons. Maybe it's the catalyst that pushed me to submit that resignation. Because, see, as I've mentioned before, if I'm doing one thing, if I'm going to decide, especially if it is a major decision, what I'm doing is I'm praying for it and properly discerning for it. There are already reasons listed down that I should quit this job, but I'm still reconsidering. Like, I can still handle it, I can still tolerate it, I can still do this, right? And then I will pray to God, Lord, if it's your will that I will stay in this company, may your will be done. But if it is your will that I should leave this company, again, may your will be done. In whatever decision I am making. That's why it's taking time for me. I'm slow. at decision making. My friends would always tell me, Cersei, you are too slow. You should have to be quick in standing your point. You should have to be uh, what is this, impulsive. You should have to be you should not take so much time in decision in making a point in decision making. But for me, it's taking time because I love giving chances. I love giving reconsideration. I love checking the possibility that what if. But I've learned there's no what if or buts in life, only even if. I can still tolerate the situation even if it is hard. I can still reconsider this even if it is do this, do that, right? Then God answered my prayer. There came a point that the the management wanted me to do something that is challenging entirely my beliefs, my faith, my principles in life. And that made a way for me to finally decide and submit my resignation. But that's not the only reason. If my colleagues are watching, it's not the only reason why I quit the job. It's the answer. It's the answer to the prayer I've been. It's the answer to the cry that I've been praying for a long time. Do I need to quit this job? Do I need to leave? Do I need to stay? But anyway, whatever happens for that major decision, I need to be accountable for it. Because you know what? Sufferings started after. People are telling me you should have not quit your job because it was a good job. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your principles, your beliefs, your conscience in order for you to have a stable job. The job was really good. The job was really good. If you can have a superpower, what do you choose? Superpower? The ability to heal. Before my answer, when I was young, if someone is asking me about this superpower, um, it's kind of like, teleport. Because I wanted to just leave a certain place and be on another place. It's a teleportation. But now, if you're going to ask me again, if you can have a superpower, what do you choose? It's the ability to heal. Ability to heal. Because when I grow up, I've realized that there are so many people who are truly suffering from not physical sickness or illness, but from emotional pain, mental illness. It's very rampant nowadays, considering mental health, emotional health, and of course our physical health. That's why if you're going to ask me if you have or if you can have a superpower, what do you want or which one you will choose? It's the ability to heal. Ability to comfort others with my words, with my spirit, with my presence. Good choice. Yay. Okay. So that's accountability. Again, note it down. The strongest people aren't those who are perfect. The strongest people are those who aren't making mistakes. But they are the ones who are courageous enough to own them, to accept them, to admit them. Honest. Okay? So that is accountability. I suffer from panic attack. There was a time in my life that I too suffer from panic attack also. But I told you, that's why I'm sharing with you guys these 30 different good character traits, because it helped me a lot how to control my emotion, how to control my thoughts. Believe me, when you are aware, when you practice self awareness, willingness, discipline, kindness, humility, gentleness, it is not you trying to please others, but it is you trying to grow, to heal from, it's helping you. So when you are, there were moments in my life, stage in my life where I suffered from panic attacks. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. I cried heavily all night. And that's basically how we all suffering from panic attacks. Do you experience the same, Tony? It seems like you are you cannot breathe. It seems like you are being surrounded by so much hate. Like you are suffocated. And then after that you will cry heavily, non-stop. And that's exactly panic attacks. And I was there. I've been there. And from time to time also I am suffering. But you know what? When I am doing this 30-day character development journey, I'm also being reminded every single day that I have the power to control my emotion. I have the power to control my thoughts. I have the power to control my words. Right? So Tony, my prayers is, I will include you in my prayers, Tony. Okay? If you have a specific prayer that is triggering you as something that you need healing, okay, something that you need healing, an answered prayer that is maybe the cause of your panic attacks, because there is a reason behind. There is a reason behind. So much pain. You have experienced so much pain. You have experienced so much betrayal. You have experienced so much trauma in your life that is leading you to that suffering. Because I was there. I can tell because I was there. You know what? I remember this is the first time I am going to share this, because someone asked if you can choose a superpower, what do you choose? I answered it, the ability to heal. Before, I wanted to have the power of teleportation, because every time there is this ganap or action moment in our house before, I always think of having the superpower of uh, transporting to another place and disappear from this place and go to some other place. But when I grow up, I said, okay, I want to have the ability to heal, the power to heal, physically, emotionally, mentally, because of the realization that a lot of us need healing. And then someone commented that someone suffered from panic attack. And this is the first time I'm sharing it with you guys. I myself, I have experienced a lot of panic attacks. And I'm so thankful to my friends who witnessed that stage of my life. I'm thankful to my best friend, I'm thankful to Ching, I'm thankful to closest friends who have witnessed my that particular stage of my life. They have witnessed how I was incapable of breathing. I can't breathe. That is true. I can't breathe. How what is the the how what is the what it feels like, or how it is, how will you know if someone is having a panic attack? I can breathe. I'm suffocated. I was suffocated. I can think properly. My chest is, it seems like your chest is so heavy. You can't breathe. And then you will cry. Cry heavily. All night. This is the funny part. Before, my best friend would normally, uh, you know, what is this? My best friend would normally, um, what is the term? Like, she doesn't know what to do every time I'm having a panic attack. She's also like, drink water, drink water. She will grab water, drink water, because I can't breathe. And then I will cry all night. And then she will just be there like, are you okay? Are you okay? Checking on me. Are you okay? But later on, I realized when she noticed that I'm having a panic attack, she would just simply observe. She would just simply um, watch. If I'm awake all night, she's also awake. But she's no longer panicking with me. She's no longer panicking with me. She's just allowing me to release. You got me. She's just allowing me. And then when I fell asleep, and then the following day, I'm okay. That is also because we are remembering things that are so painful. Correct me, Tony, if that is right. The start of your panic attack sometimes is from things that you remember, from the emotion that you are feeling from that thoughts, or from that memory that you are remembering, from the trauma. Because it's so painful. That's why we need healing. We need healing. You need healing. If you are still experiencing panic attacks, okay, write down the possible cause, the root of why you are experiencing panic attacks. Same with anxiety, same with depression. Okay? Why? Then write it down. Then pray for it. You need forgiveness. Not only to forgive those who have hurt you, but also to forgive yourself. Because you don't deserve to suffer much. If that is because the cause of someone or something, you don't deserve to suffer until now from that particular event of your life, event in your life. Okay? Hopefully you can able to overcome so much anxiety. I felt like I'm in a dream. Okay, but now I'm in good. Okay, always remember we have the power to control. Okay, we all have the power to to what is this? To be aware of what is really going on inside us. Okay, let's pray for one another. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I felt like I was about to faint. I was terrified and overwhelmed. By intense fear and anxiety, as if I was losing control. Yes, that is true. That is true. You cannot think properly. It's too much, it seems like your chest is so much heavy. You're so much, it seems like you're carrying a 2 kilo, 5 kilo, 10 kg cotton, 10 kg cotton, 10 kg of rocks inside your chest. That is true. I have experienced that. And for those people who are thinking it's overacting, it's OA, it's pretending, it's pretentious, it's you can control. No, you can't. Okay, you can't. Okay, how old are you? I'm 37, Tony. How about you? Ironic. How ironic. You are here. I'm 37, Tony. Tony, where are you from? Okay. So how can we relate that to our topic today, which is accountability? 29. Okay. Hello, Ati. Have just finished watching Deadwood. society, and it makes my life right now to pursue. Oh, really? What is that? A series? A movie? Or what? Is it worth watching, Lawrence? Is it is it a good movie? A good series? Anong title? Anong title niya, Lawrence? Dead. Okay, I will note it down. Dead Poet. Highly recommended po ba to? Movie or series? Yes po, it's a movie. You can check the trail. Dead Poet Society. Dead Poet Society. Let me check. If it is a movie, okay, we'll try. But I have just ended I committed myself to just end another series. I'm just finishing this Agent Kim Reactivated. And then after that, I'm done. I don't want to start any more series. Are you from Malaysia? No, I'm not from Malaysia. I'm from the Philippines. No, no. Tony, we will be praying for you if you're still having that panic attacks. Because that is the reason why I'm sharing with you guys these good character traits. Because these are the characters that helped me overcome my 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 depression side, my anxiety, my the stage where I experienced a lot of panic attacks. And I'm planning to watch the Good Will Hunting. Basta mga recommend maganda na mare-recommend mo. Send mo lang. Sinusulat ko, Good Will Hunting. Are you a teacher? No, I'm not a teacher po. Okay, so let's proceed with our accountability topic. The courage to own up. Okay, the courage to own up. Dead Poet Society and Good Will Hunting is a movie about finding yourself. So it's basically about finding your purpose. Tony, I already responded to how old are you? Again, I'm 37. 37. 37. I am... No. Oh, I am 8 years older than you. What message or guidance would you like to share with the younger generation based on today's topic? Based on today's topic, the accountability. The accountability. Sometimes it's easier to our younger brothers and sisters over there. Just like what I said earlier. Sometimes it's easy for us to choose the comfortable side, the easiest part of this life. It's, let's say for example, um, uh, specifically for those who are asking how to improve their English speaking skills, because that is the most common. Normally they would just simply ask and ask, but don't do any action to improve. Ate, yesterday I did not sleep po, kaya nag-sick leave na ako ngayon. Maybe I will share a right my personal. Okay, I will share a right time po. Oh, okay. But Lawrence, I'm also excited to finally print our t-shirt, and let's share it to our audience here, because that is basically the reason why I wanted to have that design is for this particular character development. It's personality development, it's character development. So that's why I've shared that concept with you. For those who are watching here, we will be sharing with you guys some designs for the t-shirts. I will share at the right time po. Sure po, take your time. Okay. Life is not all about comfort. Life is not all about the easy part. That's why we are discussing accountability first before responsibility, because it's easy for us to what is this, to, let's say for example, um, we love success, we love position, we love growth, we love improving ourselves, we love um, um, promotion, we love salary increment, we love, let's say for example, as I've mentioned earlier, we love position in the organization, we love in the government, in the Philippines that is happening right now. We love to be called a leader, but not everyone, or very few, want accountability. Very few want accountability. So make sure that when you are taking a position, when you want to take leadership, let's say you want to become a leader in the group, a leader in the community, a leader in the organization, or a leader, or take a position in the government, let's say for example, make sure that you are also ready for whatever um, the result is, because accountability is owning up, your ability to own up, the courage to own up the result. What if the result is not healthy? What if the result is bad? What if you made a mistake? Okay, what if you have committed a sin, let's say for example corruption? So we all demand accountability. Okay, we all demand accountability. It's easier to point to others. You know what? When the real life example nowadays, we are having this Senate hearing going on in the Philippines, and it's easier to point, to justify mistakes. It's easier to justify mistakes. I did this because I don't want to do this because I don't want, I am blaming this person, I'm pointing this mistake to this other person. So it's easy to point to others, to blame others. But the real courage is, or the real character of a person is how they will be able to own their mistake. I made a mistake. You're not saying this, I made a mistake, I committed a sin, I hope I could do better. So these are the things, that will test the real character of a person. It's not you being perfect. It's not you committing not wrong. Okay? It's okay to commit mistake. It's okay. Sometimes we fall short. Okay? It's easier to point mistakes to others than to be blamed within yourself. That is true. That is true. The movie also, you can reflect a character development, ate. Okay. I think that's interesting. I would love to watch then. Is it on Netflix, on YouTube? Which site? Which site siya, Lawrence? Or up? Thank you for sharing. So, we'll try to watch this Dead Poets Society and Good Will Hunting. PM na lang po ako, ate. Sure po. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. So, ownership creates freedom then. Okay? Creates freedom. Avoiding responsibility may feel easier in the moment, but it keeps us trapped. Okay? When we own our mistake, we learn faster, we rebuild trust, we remove shame's power. We open door for growth. And always remember the discussion we had about honesty and integrity. The truth will always come to light. Truth will always come to light. No matter how you lied, no matter how hard you lied, you lie at some things, truth will always come to light. Time is the ultimate truth teller. No matter how long it may be, no matter how good you are at lying, truth will come to light. Justice will be justice will be served. Justice will be served. HR Ayush. Hi, Mr. Ayush. Yes, truth will always come to light. Whatever, decision that we are making, it seems like, oh, anyways, let's do this. Let's say, for example, okay, in your country maybe it's also happening. Okay, let's steal the money. Okay, in the organization, let's steal the money. Let's do this. Let's tell so much lies to other people, and then we grow, we build success, but our conscience will hunt us anyways. So we need to be accountable. If things are not really happening, then we need to take accountability. That's why, in the Philippines, for those kabayans who are watching here, we demand accountability from those government officials who are being, um, you know, not proven. Some of them were already proven guilty. So we demand accountability from them. Some evidences also are already obvious. But some people are still, trying to prove their innocence. And I don't know how far they will go to prove their innocence when all the evidences are pointing that they indeed committed mistake. Okay. Yes, Mr. Ayers, thanks for watching po. Okay. And oh, it's another topic. I watched this. I heard to one of the podcast the other day. It was talking about um, spiritual narcissistic behavior. Those people who are, it is outside the topic. Okay, it's the outside the topic, but it can be related to accountability, because there are people who seem to be spiritual but narcissistic, and they are the hardcore narcissist people, using their spiritual life, quoting Bible verses, using Bible stories, um, performing uh, seemingly what Christians should live, but at the same time protecting gamblers, protecting corrupt officials, you know, defending the wrong actions. You know what I mean? Then I learned about this new term, spiritual narcissistic behavior. And we should be aware of that. Because there is this, I don't want to mention any names, there is this one particular senator in the Philippines who would normally use Bible verses, Bible stories, portraying that he is a Christian, but a protector of a drug lord, a protector of a corrupt official. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to topic. I just learned these new things that we need to be aware of. Those people who are spiritually having spiritual narcissistic behavior. Yeah, like Christian narcissistic behavior. So it's the most dangerous. We need to be aware of those people. Blinding eye ate sa mistake, sakit ng Pilipino. Yeah, because we love idolatry. Idolatry is not all about rebulto or the saints, the santo or whatsoever. It's not all about that. Idolatry can also be idolizing the person. Okay, idolizing the person, the leader. Okay, so that is accountability. Pride says, it is not my fault. Humility says, what can I learn from this? Mature people don't pretend they're perfect. They are willing to admit when they're wrong and make things right. That's not weakness. Okay, that's not weakness, that's strength. So hopefully we are learning from um, today's discussion, guys. Those guys, if you are new here, feel free to follow. Okay, feel free to follow. Okay, subscribe also to our YouTube channel. Feel free to follow, guys. Okay. Accountability accelerates growth. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. Okay? Accountability is a gift, not a punishment. Okay? James 5 verse 16, therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. Proverbs 28 verse 13, whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy. So these are the Bible verses related to our topic today. Galatians 6 verses 4 to 5, each one should test their own action, for each one should carry their own load. Okay? We are all sinner, Clarion. Clarion, welcome. Yes, we are all sinner. Hello. Yes, accountability always starts with small things. If you cannot be trusted with the smallest things in this life, how can you be trusted with the bigger things? So you need to, you know, practice accountability. Real life examples. I've shared already earlier some real life examples. I have shared my personal things. I need to be accountable for the decisions I'm making every single day. Another real example, life example, let's say for very, maybe very true to others, when like when you are working or maybe you are studying, sometimes we have to submit projects, we have to submit reports at a certain deadline, let's say for example month end, or let's say in the second quarter, okay, or the second semester, you need to submit a report, a project, but you are unable to do that. And then we blame the situation, we blame the lack of resources, we blame the 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 other person, maybe our parents, maybe our colleagues. We blame others instead of saying, oh, I made a mistake, I was not able to prepare it on time, right? So we make excuses. That's one of the common simple or real life example. Okay. Let's say for example you were able to forget the date. You have set a date with your spouse, or you have set a date with your girlfriend, right? And then you forget about it, and then you get mad, or maybe you have said hurtful words to your friends, to your partner. Okay, simple acts of accountability is like accepting that, oh, I made a mistake, I've hurt you. Good sport, that is true. Okay. How, G-World, how about how about cheating again? Maybe cheating also, you need to be accountable, you need to accept your mistake. But guys, I'm not really a fan of, not everyone, not all of us will agree about the reason for cheating. If you don't love the person, then be honest instead of you committing sin. Because if you are cheating while you are still boyfriends and girlfriends, how about committing adultery after marriage? That is the most dangerous, the worst part of committing sin. But your brains are not compared to mine. You are hardworking. I cannot. That's why hats off. Actually, I fall short also. Clarion, I am not telling. I'm. I am. this kind of person in an instant. You know, there was stages of my life also that I find it really hard to practice all these character traits. You know, like what I've said earlier, Clarion, when someone shared in the comment section that he is experiencing panic attacks, you know, I have experienced also the same thing, right? There was state, like there are stages in my life that I myself am falling short. I lack at something. I am lazy. I don't know. Just like this time, I don't know exactly what to do. But I'm using this character development journey as my like stairs to step one. This is where I should start. If someone cheats and is still accountable, what do we call it? If someone cheats and then own it up, said sorry, make sure that when you are saying sorry, you are sincere and you are committed to correct your mistake. Meaning to say you are not going to do it again. The people will give you chances, one, two, maybe maximum three chances. But you know, there will come a point that they will also get tired. You are not only lazy when you are in a coffee shop. No, that's the opposite thing. When I'm in the coffee shop, that is where I'm more active. I remember, you know, sometimes if I want to write or read something, I'm just going out until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and just stay there in the coffee shop. When I don't want distraction, you know, when I don't want distraction, the truth is, if I'm in, like, if I'm at the coffee shop and I'm spending it until, because some of the coffee shops are 24/7, or some of them are closing at 3 4 a.m. So if I'm still outside at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm at the coffee shop, and that is where I'm most active. If I'm active at night, you know, I'm more active when I'm there. Because that is where I could write, that is where I could read. Because when I'm at home, you know, there is an internet, there is television where I could watch movie, where I could scroll reels on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook. But when I'm outside, not connected to the Wi-Fi, then that's when I can do and I am more uh, fruitful than being inside. I heard Filipino girls jealous a lot. Is it true? I don't know. Because I have no one to be jealous with. I heard Filipino girls jealous a lot. Maybe in the sense of friendship, you know, but I'm not that jealous. I'll tell you, Gerald, I'll tell you when I have someone to be jealous with. But let's say in the family members, if my parents would give more to the other, I don't feel jealous. In the sense of friendship, sometimes, yeah. If my bestie is treating the others too much, too well, a little, but not too much. We would normally like talk about, you know, jealousy in friendship, with Jing, with Trix, with Zai. You know, sometimes we talk about this jealousy in friendship. You know, how what is the point where you will feel jealous, because we treat each other equally. But if it is the sense of boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, don't ask me. I don't know. I'm talking dating wise. Unfortunately, no. I don't know. See, if I don't know the answer, I don't know. Okay, guys, it's taking too long. Anyways, do you know what I feel jealous of you? Yes, Clarion, tell me. I told you that let's just laugh. Okay, Clarion, please tell me before I end this live. Okay, guys, please do. Let's intercede for one another. Okay, I need your prayers, your positive spirit. It takes courage to be positive in a negative world. It takes courage. It takes spirituality. I'm not saying I'm so holy. I'm not holy. I'm a sinner too. But it takes a lot of um, faith to be positive, to be laughing and smiling, despite of your present situation, of your present struggles in life. Right? Only God knows. It's about faith, trust in the Lord. When your confidence is already submitted to His plan for you, at some point you can manage to smile and laugh despite of what is going on in your life. Right? Clarion, let's continue to pray for one another. Okay, please include me in your prayers, guys. Clarion, G World, okay, whoever is right here, right now. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, what makes a good accountability? Oh, I remember I mentioned earlier we should have accountability partner before ending this live. Okay, I mentioned earlier in my introduction, I remember the word accountability partner. Accountability partner can be your best friend, it can be your prayer partner, it can be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or it can be someone else. In your company, you should have an accountability partner. Meaning to say, those are the people who will support you, who will guide you, who will defend you. Okay, you have committed a mistake. Okay, I'm with you. Let's make it better. Let's try a new one. Let's plan it again. These are your accountability partner. These are the people who will not judge you because you have created a mistake. So, create accountability partner can be a different person, or it can be in one person. They can that could be your best friend, your prayer partner, and your accountability partner. But again, they could be different person. Okay, so who is your accountability partner? That particular person who will support you, who will guide you, who will not judge you, even if you are committing or you have committed a mistake. Meaning to say, they will not tolerate you. Your accountability partner is not the one who will tolerate the wrongdoings, the sinfulness, the mistakes that you are committing. But they are the ones who will help you improve yourself, your plans, your dreams, and support you along the way. They are your accountability partner. Okay? And be an accountability partner to others as well. Trustworthy enough, honest, encouraging, motivating, inspiring, and number one is spiritually mature. That you are able to pray, to forgive for that person, and embrace that person no matter what. And that is your accountability partner. Because sometimes, our friends, sometimes they are not friends at all times. Because maybe they are your friends outside, but how about when you are inside your company, at work? Who is your accountability partner? Accountability partner there. You cannot do things alone. Okay, at least one. So when I am studying about this accountability things, I've learned about accountability partner. Let me ask ChatGPT for help to ask you out so I will understand. Thank you for spreading today's accountability. It helped today's good night. Yes, thank you so much, Clarion. Don't come in the night and scream accountability. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Today, think about that one mistake or weakness point of your life, or any area that you need improvement. Think of it, write it down, and then take the small steps toward growth. That is our challenge for today. Okay, so from day 1 to day 18, we are going to practice those character traits. Okay, thank you guys for joining tonight, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, our topic discussion is accountability. No, responsibility. What is the difference between accountability and responsibility? Okay, so why we have discussed first accountability before responsibility, I think I have already explained. Okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you everyone. Thanks. God bless. Good night. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to pray. Have a good rest. Bye bye. For those who haven't followed yet, feel free to follow and subscribe. Do you believe that ghosts exist? Hmm. Do I believe that ghosts exist? In a sense of they are spirits, yes. There are spirits roaming around, bad spirits, good spirits. And if you are calling them ghosts, yes. Okay? Maybe we'll have another topic about ghosts. But ghosting, people who are ghosting you, absolutely yes. There are people who are ghosts. They will just simply vanish. They will just disappear. They will just simply ignore you. They are ghosts in a living body. Bye bye everyone. Have a good night. Thank you. God bless. Bye.